Hey guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. Hope everyone is doing great and had a great weekend. And for this week, we have Time Walking. It will be the Kata version. And PvP Brawl, Gravity Elapse. And there will also be Call of the Scarab, which will be from the 21st to the 23rd. And that is this week. As for my goals, progression, and all that, one of the things I've been working on is Torghast, the Twisting Corridors, and also, as you can see in this video, some leveling. This character is the stream leveler. What I did is I decided to make it the WoW Weekly video because I want to get her at least in Ouroboros for when I stream. But this is the character you're going to see this week sometime on stream. I have some bonus streams planned, and that is going to be this hunter. I would like to level her. She's going to go to the Curian Covenant, and I just want to try to get her situated. She is leveling through story mode. And so the only real goal here for the week is to do some leveling on the hunter. And she's a jewel crafter, so she'll be able to start leveling that up as well. So that basically is it for my goals and progression, so let's head over to news. So the first piece of news that I would like to talk about is the Covenant campaign. And right now, as you're watching this video, you may be done the campaign. This week was the week that it completes, which gets you a 187 weapon token that you can turn into a vendor in your Covenant. If you're in Night Fae, the vendor is right behind the conductor. And if you're anywhere else, I don't know, because I made Night Fae. But the vendors will be in your Covenant. And it will also unlock your third soulbind, and it will get you a mount. For most of you, Curian doesn't get a mount from it because they got theirs like really early, like in chapter 6. But Necro, Night Fae, and Venthyr will get a mount. But it does open up you to purchase a mount, so everyone will be able to purchase a mount, which of course takes Anima. Also worth noting that since at this point you would be Renown 24, and for those that maybe haven't finished their campaign, that is the Renown level that completes it. So at Renown 24, your Lost Soul quest is going to change again, and you will start getting 15 souls. Now, me personally, I very cool with the souls, but I feel like Anima's really where we need an increase. You know, a big complaint lately has been the 35 Anima you get from dungeons. I am totally with you guys on that one. I stopped doing, queued dungeons because of that. I pretty much, if I'm in a dungeon, I'm in a mythic. I pretty much stopped all that because it's not worth the time it takes to do a dungeon for 35. I can go do one world quest for 100 and some. Or if I get a really good one, more, 250 or whatever. So doing a dungeon for 35 just is not worth it. I don't need the gear from those dungeons, so it's, I'm totally with you guys on that one. I think they should definitely increase that. And it's just, there's too much to spend. Some people are starting to realize what I was saying in BFA. And that was, there was a stream where I was talking about how much Anima you would actually need in order to get all the cosmetics and stuff. And I had made mention of needing like 16 characters running, you know, like four wearers in each covenant and all that. And they'd have to be going through the storylines to, you know, get their anima. And that is proving to be accurate, you know, like, yeah, the collection alone is gonna keep you guys occupied all expansion. Now it's just a matter of how bored are you gonna be after you've finally done that. You know, the collection stuff is definitely, this is the expansion I feel where you know who a true collector is, because the collecting of stuff is boring as fuck in Shadowlands. Yeah, so if you see people collecting, you know they truly care about their collections. Yeah, because a lot of it is just tedious and boring. And yeah, and I definitely feel like the anima grind falls into that category for sure. But also keep in mind, if you are a casual player, keep in mind that every expansion has a catch-up system. So, you know, if you want to go do something else, go do something else and wait for the catch-up system and get a shit ton of anima later on. You know, the grind rate now is really for the people that like to have things done right away. Or YouTubers or streamers, right? But just thought I'd point that out for those that like to play other games. And, you know, and I know WoW isn't everyone's only game, so I just recently started playing other games. Like, WoW was my only game for a really long time, so yeah. And that's basically all I have. I would just like to say that I really miss bonus rolls and the whistle. And I've noticed that a lot with doing the raids and the dungeons. You know, yeah, I really miss the bonus rolls. You know, I do get loot, but it's just not very often. And it can be a little discouraging, for sure. And the whistle, I just hate traveling around Shadowlands. I really do. Yeah, I just would love to have the whistle. Especially at the world bosses, when you go out to a world boss, being able to just whistle out of that area would be nice. Especially that Maldraxxus area. I would love to be able to just use my whistle there. Luckily, I'm a druid, so I either hearth out or I stealth and dash to wherever I'm going in Maldraxxus. So now with the campaign done and renown, you know, getting higher and higher. And yeah, so there's been speculation of when we will actually get the patch. It's hard to estimate on past times just because they've been different. Like Legion got their first patch within a couple of months, BFA got theirs within like 4 months, so it is kind of hard to really estimate. But I personally think we're gonna get the first patch in March, mainly because I think they want us to be renown 40 before the patch comes out, and that would give time to get there. So that's my estimate. For those that maybe are newer to the channel, I always do patch videos for every expansion. And yeah, so once there is, you know, more known stuff, you will have a video on the channel here of it. And yeah, and that's basically all I have for you guys this week. Not a whole lot of news. It's been a pretty mellow week. News with me for this week. I did do my jury duty. I had told you guys that I had gone summoned for it, and last week I told you guys that this was the week. And so I did go. And it went a lot better than I thought it would, honestly. I thought I would be stuck waiting there all day. The guy said that it was the fastest he'd ever seen jury duty selection go. So yeah, this was just for selection, guys. This wasn't like actual jury duty. I was just seeing if I was getting selected for it. And I did not. I wanted to. I wanted to be on the jury duty. Yeah, I know I'm weird. But I was one number off. So that sucked. But whatever. I guess at least I'm off the hook now for at least a year. They by law cannot call me back for at least another year. So I did my part as a Canadian citizen. And yeah. So for those that maybe have never gotten a jury duty summon and are just curious of what goes on with it and what happens when you're there, I just thought I'd let you guys know a bit, maybe prep some of you guys. It would be the same for the most part, Canada, US, same type deal. So basically, I got the summon back in the beginning of December. I knew before Christmas. I put out like the first video telling you guys was before Christmas Day. And so they gave me quite a bit of notice. I had roughly a month notice. I had pondered trying to get out of it, and then I had decided, hey, if I get picked, this might be a great experience, So that's why I never tried to get out of it. And then going there, I just dressed comfy because I expected to be sitting around all day, right? So I went in comfy clothes. I had prepped this up a bit because, like I said, I expected to be sitting around all day. So I brought a book. Turned out I didn't need the book. I didn't even open it. It was pretty quick. Granted, I was told that was amazing and never seen before how quick we got through the selection and all that. But I did stop at a coffee place. We have Timmy's here, so I grabbed a coffee. And so when going through the detectors, there's a waiting room after that. And you can have your coffee there. It's not until you head over to the courtroom that you can't have the coffee inside the courtroom. So if you want to bring a drink, you can. Just they will have you throw it in the garbage before you enter the courtroom. And then you just sit there and wait for your time. Yeah. I only had to wait 20 minutes, and then they brought us into the courtroom. And then at that point, because it's all different because of COVID, the seats were very spread out. And the judge was at the front of the room, but you could also see her on the TVs that they had around the place. And they had an intercom system around. And yeah, that's basically how jury duty went. So yeah. They did tell us about the case. I'm not going to mention what it was. I was really kind of surprised that they told us what the case was ahead of time because, they only selected like 12 people and there was a shit ton of us there, right? So that's a lot of people, going home with that info on the case, right? So I was really surprised that they actually do let you know. But yeah, that was my experience. And I did find out, at least as a Canadian citizen, how they pick it is as long as you're pretty much 18 or older. So as long as you have either a driver's license or even as simple as just an ID card, you would get picked. Or you would have a chance to get picked because, I am definitely not 18, so it's it took years, you know. Some people probably go their whole life without not getting picked. I know lots of people who have never been called for jury duty yet, so my boyfriend, I had talked to him about how they get picked over in the States, because that's where he lives. And he says it's through the voting. So maybe, you know, the way you get picked might be different in the countries, but the procedure itself, going there and, you know, waiting to see if you do get picked, I am pretty sure that's probably going to be very similar. So, yeah. Also, if you do get picked, don't forget to bring your form that would have been mailed to you. I did bring that. Ironically, that is your ID, more or less, because I was like, you don't want to see my ID to make sure it's me? and she's like, no, this is good enough. So yeah. So that was my experience. So that concludes today's video. That is all I have for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I will probably be on stream on Tuesday, but if not, for sure Wednesday, because that's our Mount Run stream. But I do have some plans for some bonus streams. And I am expecting some stuff to come to the house on Thursday. So I think I'm going to make the bonus stream Tuesday. So, which is actually our old Mount Run day, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, have a great week in WoW, guys. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're still enjoying the game. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.